Hello everybody, and it is my great pleasure to bring you the 2021 DDNet Game of the Year Awards. We're going to be announcing one per day over much of this month, celebrating the very best and brightest of the video game industry through the year, and it has been an absolutely incredible year indeed. There has almost not been a single week that has gone by without a game that is worth talking about, and we have almost 50 games to award across all of our categories this year, just showing just how much variety and quality and depth there has been in what developers and publishers have been able to put out through very difficult situations. This year we will be giving away 4 awards per category, 2 bronze, 1 silver and 1 gold. It should go without saying which is the top award, that being the gold of course, but don't overlook the others. These are all excellent games that you're going to see over the course of these awards, and we highly recommend that you try each and every single one of them. So with all of that, sit back, relax and enjoy, and allow us to bring you the very best that 2021 has given us. The first bronze medal in our non-game Game of the Year awards goes to Cross the Moon. Cross the Moon is one of those visual novels that feature no choices, no mini-games, and very little interactivity beyond pressing a button and watching some text scroll on. It's also one of the most artful experiences we've seen in the year, with a visual aesthetic that makes use of real photography to drive an incredible new wave look, and a vampire-filled noir narrative that is nuanced and interesting from the very opening lines. These days it's actually quite easy to create visual novels, and we would know, as we make them ourselves, and we have absolutely no game development skills whatsoever. But what makes the best ones, like Cross the Moon, stand out from the rest is the concept and artistry behind them. Until Cross the Moon, I hadn't played a visual novel that used real photography for the backgrounds, and Cross the Moon is also one of the rare few games that gets the neo-noir aesthetic and tone just right. It's an indie masterpiece for what it is, and the developer is one to watch into the future. The second bronze medal goes to Essays on Empathy. It is quite clear from the outset that Essays on Empathy isn't designed to be a game in the traditional sense of the word. For one thing, it is structured as a series of half-hour vignettes, when conventional wisdom is that a video game needs to be hours long before it has any worth. Secondly, once you start to play, you realize quite quickly that the gameplay bits play a very secondary role to the themes and narrative and what Essays on Empathy wants to tell you. Essays on Empathy, as a result, has more in common with Aesop's Fables than it does Call of Duty, Fortnite, or Smash Brothers. It helps the game that each vignette is constructed marvelously, and each is an audio-visual mini-masterpiece in its own right. As a collection, Essays on Empathy also does the anthology concept better justice than what we've seen from the more gamey Dark Pictures anthology that gets a new release every couple of years. And that's precisely because each game within Essays on Empathy contributes to a broader vision that, after playing through them all, you will find to be quite profound. The silver medal for non-game Game of the Year goes to Game Builder Garage. What a brilliant thing Nintendo's game-making toy is. There are many game makers that are available these days, of course, both on PC and increasingly on our consoles. For example, RPG Maker itself landed on the Nintendo Switch this year. Nintendo itself has Mario Maker out there as well. Game Builder Garage, though, is something that is a bit different to all of those, though. It's a more earnest attempt to make the logic that powers real game design palatable to the broadest possible audience. It is a delight to toy around with, whether you have any experience in game development or not, and you can actually make some pretty impressive games across a wide variety of genres through Game Builder Garage's internal coding and logic. But at the same time, it's more than a game builder tool in itself. It is a genuine learning tool. Once you have gone through the lessons and tutorials that this thing offers, you will be more than ready to start learning some actual coding and game design, and at no stage through any of this will you feel like any of that is work. Nintendo has truly created the Lego of game design, game builder software. The gold medal in this category goes to a game that we have already awarded a couple of prizes to for other things, but we can't seem to stop giving it awards. It is Unpacking. Unpacking does have its gamey elements, to be sure. It's about finding space for stuff where you might not have much space for anything, and that's a puzzle that has really stood the test of time. In fact, it may well be one of the very first puzzles. But it's also not the point of Unpacking, and Unpacking is at its best when people simply toy around with it. From creating little video clips of the toys inside the game moving around and doing little animations with that, to creating memes by mistaking the Nintendo GameCube for a kitchen appliance, Unpacking is one of those rare experiences that is able to appeal to the hardcore gamer and those who never play games alike. It appeals to all walks of life and all age demographics. And it's able to do that because it's not hung up about being a game, but rather it wants to give players a strong hit of nostalgia and relate an experience that's something we have all, on some level or another, shared at some point. We all need to move houses, we all need to optimize the space in our places, we all need to reflect on the possessions that we have and what we want to keep and what is really valuable to us. That is really what Unpacking taps into. And in doing so, Unpacking truly transcends what we generally think of as a game.